Hi, and welcome to the very first video of the Sly Strategist. My name is Don, and I am not a Sly Strategist yet, but my hope is that by going through this process of learning Pathfinder, learning how to use the systems, and eventually learning how to GM, because that is actually one of my ultimate goals, that I'll be able to teach myself and teach you on what you need to do in order to get involved with this system. It's a pretty fun system. And probably about a good 20, 25 years ago, I used to play Dungeons and Dragons 3.5, and I had a lot of fun with it. And recently I have gotten the bug in order to start playing again. In my local area, I'm having a hard time finding additional players, people that I could play with. So, through the wonders of the internet and COVID and a bunch of other things, now you can play online. So, I'm starting up, learning how to play online. I want to get into the system, know how to use it. And then I want to be the one to help guide people in loving and enjoying the system. First, starting off with the beginner box, then moving on to bigger and better adventures as we go along. While we're on this journey, some of the other things I'd like to do is, number one, guide you through the rules, how to make characters, how to play, how to have fun. And through that, you'll also learn what systems are in use, the virtual tabletops that you can use, be it Roll20 or the Forge, or not the Forge, Foundry, or geez, there's a bunch of other ones out there that are good to play with, although I've only ever used Foundry. As well as how to set up those systems if you want to GM and do it yourself. There are various places you can go in order to advertise your games. Discords that you can advertise both to play as well as to GM. There is places to GM or play if you want to do a paid service, which I have done in order to help learn. Is Start Playing is a really good place to find groups that are active all the time. And I'll report on those as we go. And where to get your books. I mean, I've very recently finally gotten the, gotta get it where you can see. So right over my shoulder here is Player's Handbook, the Advanced Player's Guide, and the Game Master Guide. Finally got my hands on those. Those have been sold out for a while, but you can get the PDFs pretty much instantaneously on Paizo at a much cheaper price, as well as in truth, everything is on Nethys. So feel free to use those resources. You don't have to really pay to start. Some of the other things we'd like to go through as well is, this is my first video ever. First time creating any type of media whatsoever, and I'm learning how to do it as I go along. So while we're doing this, I'd like to show how to set up a video. Right now I'm using OBS in order to record this video, and I'm going to be using DaVinci Resolve in order to kind of edit it and put it together. How do you go about doing those? How do you, and both of those are free, by the way, as well as how to use other tools, like what cameras to use, or microphones, or setups, how to do lighting. There are a bunch of individual things that seem a lot, but it's kind of fun, and I've had a lot of fun doing it so far. So here's hoping that both you and I can grow together, both in Pathfinder, both in learning how to tell those stories like a good GM, how to use all the tools that are involved in doing that, as well as just how to put all this stuff together so you can get yourself out there. And once again, I appreciate you guys looking at this very first ever video. I'm sure it's going to wind up pretty rough, but you know what? I was thinking as I'm going along here that I'll probably edit it down or change this or change that. But you know what? I guess it's better if I just leave the ticks in. That is possibly the best thing I can do. And it'd be interesting to see a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 6 months from now, when I go back and see what it looks like now versus what it'll look like then. So you know what? I'll probably just leave it together. So I guess with that, hopefully my future friends, we're going to conclude our first chapter of this particular journey. I hope you enjoyed this little introduction, and I'm excited, and I hope that you're excited to see what lies ahead as we go on through this. So if you could like, subscribe, and that way you can stay updated on any future videos I do. Please feel free to leave any comments, and I'll be more than happy to answer with what I can. And if I can't find the answer, I'll try to find it for you and put it in the comments as well. But let me know what you thought. And until the next time, I appreciate you guys hanging in there for this period of time. All right, have a good day.